In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college football games happening on November 10, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. North Texas versus SMU. On Friday, November 10th, North Texas takes to the road to face SMU. The Mean Green have faced challenges in American Athletic Conference play, holding a 1-4 conference record and an overall 3-6 standing, having endured a 3-game losing streak heading into Friday night. Meanwhile, SMU enjoys a successful season with a 7-2 overall record and an impressive 5-0 conference record, sharing the top spot in the American Athletic Conference. The North Texas Mean Green, seeking to break a 3-game skid, recently suffered a 37-29 loss to UTSA. Quarterback Chandler Rogers has been prolific, amassing 2,445 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions with a 63.5% completion rate. Iowa Dye leads the rushing game with 716 yards and 4 touchdowns, complemented by Oscar Attaway III and Isaiah Johnson. The receiving corps, led by Jamori McClin and Roderick Burns, adds depth. Damon Ward contributes with 385 receiving yards. Defensively, Jordan Brown leads with 69 total tackles, and North Texas collectively has 12 sacks and 8 interceptions. The SMU Mustangs, on a quest for their 5th straight win, hold a 7-2 overall record and an undefeated 5-0 conference record following a 36-31 win over Rice. Quarterback Preston Stone has thrown for 2,355 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions with a 58.9% passing rate. Jalen Knighton leads the ground game with 511 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, while Jake Bailey tops the receiving chart with 31 grabs for 384 yards. Defensively, Kobe Wilson leads with 51 total tackles, and Elijah Robert and Elijah Chapman showcase their prowess. In this clash of 2 potent American Athletic Conference offenses, SMU is poised to exploit North Texas' struggling defense. Ranked 7th in the nation in scoring, averaging 40 points per game, SMU boasts a robust running and passing attack, ranking 42nd and 20th, respectively. Despite North Texas averaging a solid 35 points per game, they face a formidable SMU defense, allowing just 16 points and 281.8 yards per game. While North Texas offense ranks 13th in passing, they confront the 9th best defense against the pass. On paper, SMU is expected to score abundantly and concede less, so the SMU Mustangs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While North Texas may not achieve their average of over 34 points per game, they are anticipated to contribute to the scoreboard. Simultaneously, SMU, with their potent offensive attack averaging 40 points per game, is likely to score consistently against one of the nation's weakest defenses. Despite North Texas' offensive prowess, their defensive struggles against high-powered offenses like SMU make the overplay attractive. Considering the historical trend of overs when SMU is favored and during North Texas season, it's expected that these 2 teams will surpass the projected total, particularly with SMU contributing significantly. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Wyoming versus UNLV. In a Mountain West clash, 2 bowl-eligible teams face off in the Silver State as the Wyoming Cowboys hit the road to take on the UNLV Rebels on Friday night. Wyoming secured a 24-15 home victory over Colorado State last Friday, covering the line as a 6-point favorite. UNLV, on the other hand, dominated with a 56-14 blowout win on the road against New Mexico, covering the line as a 14.5-point favorite in their previous Saturday night contest. In the historical series, the Cowboys hold a 14-11 advantage, winning the last 2 meetings, including a 45-14 road triumph on November 27, 2020. Despite a 5-3 run over their first 8 games, the Cowboys faced challenges in October, averaging 23 points per game. They posted modest numbers of 150.9 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, with the running game slightly outperforming at 4.3 yards per play and 9 scores. In the the recent victory against Colorado State, Wyoming added 14 points in the third quarter, securing a 24-15 win. Quarterback Andrew Peasley threw for 140 yards, 2 scores, and a pick, while Harrison Whaley led the rushing attack with 128 yards on 29 carries. On the Rebels side, they reached a 6-2 record over their first 8, with losses only to Michigan and Fresno State. UNLV averaged 34 points per game during that stretch, relying on their potent running game, amassing 202.9 yards on average with 23 scores. Against New Mexico, the Rebels scored double-digit points in each of the first 3 quarters en route to a 56-14 win. Quarterback Jaden Mayava contributed 247 yards with 3 passing scores, while Vincent Davis added 2 rushing touchdowns with 9 carries for 64 yards. Ricky White also had 2 receiving scores with 8 catches for 165 yards. The Friday night on the Las Vegas Strip promises excitement, with sports fans having multiple venues to choose from. The NHL's Golden Knights, playing across the street at the same time, might impact the crowd size at the Raiders' Allegiant Stadium, where the UNLV Rebels play their home games. Attendees are prepared to witness UNLV's fast-paced, high-scoring offense against the Wyoming Cowboys. UNLV, averaging 37 points per game, matches up well against the Cowboys' defense. While the Rebels can attack downfield with wide receiver Ricky White and the deep pass, the running game sets the tempo, boasting an impressive 199 yards per game against Wyoming's 96th ranked rush defense. The Rebels also convert their third downs 52% of the time against Wyoming's 44% third down allowed rate. Wyoming's strategy involves controlling time of possession by frequently rushing for 2 more yards per game than they pass. However, they face a challenge against UNLV's 38th ranked rushing defense, allowing only 125 yards per game. Wyoming may find room using their dual-threat quarterback, similar to Nevada's quarterback Brendan Lewis, who rushed for over 100 yards against the Rebels a couple of weeks earlier. UNLV's Mayava is also expected to contribute valuable rushing yards. Wyoming's subpar third down conversion rate of 35%, matching against the 35.4% allowed by UNLV, provides an edge for the Rebels. There is value in this line because Wyoming handed Fresno State their only loss earlier this season in Wyoming, while the Rebels lost to the Bulldogs in Fresno. UNLV played competitively in that game, almost beating the Bulldogs if not for a couple of surprise errors toward the end, errors rarely made on their home field. The Rebels performed admirably in the big win over New Mexico, cruising to 416 total yards, 17 first downs, 5 of 8 on third down tries, and 0 turnovers. It was a nice bounce-back effort after the Fresno State loss, with UNLV posting wins in 6 of the last 7 games. As for Wyoming, despite 334 total yards against Colorado State with 21 first downs, they had 10 penalties in a sloppy game. However, the Cowboys have been scoring well lately, with 22 or more points in 5 of their last 6. Both teams have strong starts this season, with Wyoming at 6-3. and UNLV securing 7 wins for the first time since 2013 in Barry Odom's first season running the program. The Rebels have been explosive offensively, but their weakness on the defensive side against the pass may not trouble Wyoming, given their lower ranking in passing offense this season. UNLV's +9 takeaway, giveaway ratio, and Wyoming's +8 indicate tough defenses. In the end, the Rebels should take advantage of the Wyoming secondary. UNLV, boasting an 8-1 record against the spread at home this season, is favored to win and cover the spread. So the UNLV Rebels to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total for this game has hovered around 51, with the over hitting in the last 4 games. Over the past 4 matchups between these teams, the average total score has been 67. Wyoming, aiming to control the tempo and shorten the game, may adjust their plan due to UNLV's ability to efficiently strike fast and score frequently. Wyoming will likely increase their plays per game to match UNLV's top 10 nationally ranked 77 plays per home game. Wyoming can score quickly through the air, and UNLV's pass defense, giving up 266 yards per game, may play into their hands. Wyoming comes into this game with a 5-4 mark for the under in their 9 contests this season. But UNLV has gone over the total in 5 of their 9 games. The Rebels have split their 4 home games in relation to the total this season while prevailing in all 4 home contests. The over has hit in 4 straight meetings, and over the last 10 matchups, it has posted a 7-2-1 mark. Expect both teams to find the end zone frequently in this Mountain West battle, leading to the game surpassing the projected total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.